What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome back to your Totally Cool channel, and it's Throwback Thursdays, where we feature not old toys, old characters for people like me, who were kids in the 80s, where we reminisce about great characters of the 80s, the 1990s, probably the golden age of cartoons and toys. Technically, cartoons were actually just prolonged advertising campaigns, prolonged commercials for toys. But they worked. We all wanted to go to the toy stores. We all wanted to get the latest G.I. Joe. And for this Throwback Thursday, we're getting so deep into the Silverhawks line for Super 7 that we're actually getting into the big bad territory. When I talk big bad, I'm talking about none other than the leader of the mob, Monstar. On the left, you will see his throne. It's an accessory we got as part of that wave, and it had to really be part of the collection. So, who's Monstar without his throne, right? We have another version of Monstar. We actually have two more. Monstar, the monster transformed by the Moonstar of Limbo, and the other that's from Ramen Toy, and we have the same one, a bigger version from Super 7. But this time we will be reviewing, for this episode, Monstar in humanoid form before he turns into a big ass robot that doesn't look like, he has any feelings. So, as per usual, let's look at the box. And the box has the red sleeve, Monstar, the mob, the back, Silverhawks. Okay? Nothing special. Well, it is special, but you've probably gotten used to it. So, let's set the throne aside. Let's open this before this one. Okay? But let's do that. Okay. That's his throne. It's a chair. It has frills. It's a one-piece toy. Yeah, so there. To the big bad, the leader of the Limbo mob. Pretty amazing. Yeah, he's Monstar. M-O-N star. Monstar. Monstar. Yeah. Monstar is the head of the Limbo mob and functions as the local criminal kingpin. He has been around Limbo for over 300 years. He has above normal strength, but when endowed within the light of Limbo's Moonstar, Monstar's body transforms and is entirely covered in robotic armor. Yikes. His strength becomes many times greater than in his normal state. He has jets on his elbows that he can use to fly through space, as well as fire red energy blasts. His most dangerous ability is a star-like blast that come from what would normally be his eye patch. He has a personal vendetta against Stargazer and all who align themselves with the Silverhawks. Pretty much your space Mumra. Okay? Mumra, Monstar, they both have the capability of turning into a monster, a monstrous being far stronger than they normally are. The difference between Mumra and Monstar is that Mumra is a frail, weak, living mummy. Monstar, in this form, is already strong. Okay? He's already a force to be reckoned with. He's not a small threat. Okay? He is already capable of dueling it out and duking it out with some of the Silverhawks. Even in this form, he gets even 10 times stronger when he turns into his monster form, his robotic form. So before we take too long in dealing with Monstar's character development and transformation, let's open up the box. Initially, you see him. He already has armor. It's not skin, it's armor. And he has 3 different heads. The one attached and 2 others. Probably one of the more intricate toys that came out of Super 7. Let's set this aside. Let's do the chair. Okay. Yikes. Cut through the box. Why did I do that? Oh, interesting. At the back, you will see Monstar sitting on his chair, and I think he's calling for room service. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yabba dabba doo. Wrong cartoon. Better to slide him out like this. Again, nothing special with the backdrop. There's no backdrop at all. Okay, so this one has no top. Pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Okay. Straightforward. Just look, I still want to put him back in the box later on, so I don't want to destroy this plastic clamshell. See that? I was trying to pull him out. I put him back in. It's a good thing that the chair is kind of heavy, because it helps in prying it open, prying it out, okay? Now this is going to be the tricky part. This part has tabs. Keep it in place. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of noise. Hope my neighbors don't complain me. Okay. Now, I've had a lot of negative reviews for the Super 7 Ultimates for Silverhawks, but this one is I'm gonna give this a nice rating. It's simple, it's a one-piece toy, but the detail is absolutely phenomenal. Just looking at the base of the chair, the back of the chair, it does look like a throne. It would definitely pass as a throne. The detail, this is one whole, is this one whole mold? No, I think it's separate, but it's pretty heavy too. Don't drop this on your foot. This is gonna, it's gonna ruin your day. So let's set this aside. That's a pretty good one. That's a good one. Now for les pièces de résistance. I say that correctly? Okay. The big bad before he turns into a bigger bad is Monstar. Pop him out. Okay. Judging by that reaction, I'm not impressed. Do you see me impressed? Or you're not entertained? I'm not impressed. It's a one-piece clamshell. I know it's wide. It's one-piece clamshell. There are no accessories except for the two heads. This dragon whatever, and this bat-like, kind of like what replaces, what takes the place of a pet bird weapon for the Silverhawks. This is more bat-like. So let's start with this. Oh, there's a cover. There's a cover. Better do it like this. There's a cover. Okay. So you have 9 different hands. I don't know why that is. He has 4 pairs and an extra left hand. So it actually has 5 pairs of hands because you have the 2 attached. So you've got the fists, you've got the grip, you've got, I don't know what the gripping hand is for, because it doesn't have a weapon. That's normally used for holding a weapon. He doesn't have one. Doesn't have a blaster, doesn't have a laser. Let's see what this guy can do. I doubt if he can do very much. Let's put this aside for now. Okay, let's talk about the paint later. Okay, what can this guy do? That's all he does. He just stands like that. So it's like a bat with crab claws. I don't know if that's a thing. And it's got horns. And it doesn't even... Okay, so it can stand like that. That's all it does. It's stand at the foot. Okay? There's another... This one's a bit nicer. Okay, it's like a pet dragon. Dragon / gargoyle. Whatever. Okay. So... Okay, so let's cut into this. Again, kids, if kids are watching and you're unboxing with me, be very careful when you're using cutters. Ask your parents to do that, unless they trust you with sharp objects. Okay, so you've got 3 different heads. Let's put this back. Let's put this back. I don't want to lose any hands. Okay, stand it up. You've got 3 different heads, 3 different levels of ugliness, you know, 3 different levels of monstrosity. You have this one with an open mouth, snarl, missing some teeth. And this one, the one that's on him's got closed, you know, no chocolate after dinner type face. Just stern. And this one's like, had too much to eat. You know, had that. It's not really menacing. It's ugly does not mean menacing, if you ask me. I should know. I'm an expert on ugly. But yeah, that's as usual. Pull him out by the arms, and he pops right out. Okay, a lot of sharp. I mean, right out of the gate, a lot of sharp stuff. Guys, if you have kids, don't let them play with this. They're gonna poke their eye out. Sharpness over here, sharpness over there. The hair is sharp. The claws are sharp. The toes are sharp. Pretty much sharp everywhere. The hair on the elbow, who has hair on the elbow, is kind of sharp. So it may not poke your eye out, but it can scratch you. I'm trying. Yeah, I can, with enough force. Try sitting on this. You know, if somebody leaves this on the couch and you sit on this, you're going to have a bad day. I know I will. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Super 7, why are you so disappointing? Okay. Start with the head. Again, the beard and the bed hair, the bed head, can't do much. Just wriggles. And the joint is loose. Unbelievable. Come on, Super 7, you know better than this. So, the elbow, so the shoulder, yeah, with the pokey thing. Okay, gotta be careful. It only goes as far. Doesn't go full 90. Okay. The elbow, yeah, nice hinge. There's a bicep twist also, kind of like when he wants to scratch his groin. Okay, and then you have the black hands, scratchy. Okay, so that's good. The arm's good. Okay, it's not, well, that's loose, but it holds. I don't mind it being loose as long as it can stay in that pose if you wanted it to. So that way, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so it's loose, but it's not. It doesn't drop. It has some traction to it. Now the ab crunch, as per usual, is very limited. Yeah. The red, man, the red on the hair, just it's a nice accent. You know, I'd give it props. Now this is where, I don't know, is this a loincloth? Is it what do you call it? In Tagalog we call it bahag. You know, but it's not. So the waist rotation is limited by this rubber plastic thing. It hinders this. Okay. Now look at the leg. Yeah, same with the others. It's like its own trunks. It doesn't go as far. Okay. Same thing to the back. The back is more limited than the front. Okay. The knees have a weird thing. It can turn like this. I mean, if I don't even see that on injured basketball players. I don't know why I would do that. Because you don't have spare legs to replace it with. Okay? At least it doesn't have a crack like bluegrass. So the knees are also loose, but they keep their pose. Okay? The feet is where it gets really odd. Let's see. Let's try to stand him up. Okay? If he can. Okay. So he was challenged, and he just, rose to the challenge. So you can stand him up, you can replace the head. Okay, this is the other head. This is probably the ugliest head, or the nastiest looking one, politically correct. Only problem here is the mouth. Okay, only problem is the mouth. Could have been deeper, could have shown more teeth. Unless those are the only teeth he has left. Yeah, jagged fang like projectiles, or projections protruding from his mouth. Okay, let's see how to replace him. Is it easy? You gotta be very careful. You have to let the sound direct you to where, because if the moment it creaks really hard, that means you're gonna break something. So, okay, nice little pop to it. Let's see if it's easy to put another one back in. Ow. Okay, it's hard on the hand because, let's see, one more time. Because of all the jagged parts. Man. I'm gonna pop a vein. Okay, I'll keep it at that. It's gonna fall. No, okay. I'm not gonna play with it too much. Let's just see how he sits. And I hope this is... I don't know how he can sit because it doesn't go far. Okay, let's see him sitting. What do you think? Is he scary enough? Is he regal enough? Oh, this... Okay. Okay. That's gonna work. Okay. Probably a hand that's more open so that he could put his hand on the armrest. Yeah. Okay, that works. So let's go into the toy review. By the way he looks, it doesn't look like he's sitting on a throne. It looks like he's doing number 2. But that's just me. Okay, let's do a toy review. Again, top marks for the throne. Top marks for the throne. Can't say anything negative about it. The weight, the impact that it has on your shelf is just, top notch. Its presence on your shelf. It's just a bit different face for Monstar, but just the throne alone, cool, toiletly cool. Too sad, too bad, too sad. It's just a throne. Let's talk about Monstar. Reason for this review. Okay. Again, Super 7. Guys, amazing job in the box. Just in the box. The color, the paint, I mean, look at that. You even have different shades of black and maroon and red. It's just amazing, man. It's just amazing. So out of the box, it's just top quality. I wouldn't, it gets you revved up to put it in your hands and take it out of the box. But then that's where it ends. Playability, okay, I have to admit, this is more playable because the joints are not as loose. It's easier to make him stand. There are no bad parts. There are no creaky, cracked parts. So playability is also up there. It's also pretty good. Shelf appeal. Oh yeah, like I said, Super 7 is if you're gonna pose them and display them, there's no better toy line. Maybe the Hot Toys or the Mondo, but I mean, pardon my honesty, but as far as shelf appeal is, Super 7 is better than Marvel Legends. Super 7 is better than Hasbro. Okay? I said it. Yeah, I said it. Some figures may stand out, but the hidden hinges, the hidden joints, love it, you know? But they're just, that's what I mean. I was going to get to that. The moment you start playing with them is the moment they start breaking your heart. Because it's hard to just put it back. You know, maybe maybe it will take some time, maybe it will take more playing with them to get it right. But they're supposed to be toys. They're supposed to be simple. They're supposed to be right out of the box, you know. Enjoy them. But no. It has to be rocket science, it has to be challenge, it has to be difficult. It shouldn't be. So, overall, I'm sorry, price point. There you go again with Super 7. Because it looks so amazing, it has to be expensive. But then the downside is it's not that playable. So, playability versus posability versus price, it's just right there in the middle, even lower. Just if it could just be a tad cheaper. So that is our review overall. Is it cool? Is it not cool? Is it totally cool? Not cool. Not cool. When you've got parts falling, you're having a hard time, you're injuring your hand just trying to put the head back on. Not cool. It's supposed to be a toy. It's supposed to be fun. It takes the fun out of it. It's fun to look at. It's nice to look at, but it's not fun to play with. So, not cool. Super 7, we're wrapping up with Silverhawks. I hope when we get to the Thundercats, it doesn't feel this way, because I've got a lot invested in Thundercats. We even have the Cat's Lair. So please, please be right. Okay? Here we go again. Being emotional about a piece of plastic. Before we say goodbye, don't forget to like. Try to pop. Okay, there it pops. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Ask your friends to do it. Tell your family to do it. Just for the heck of. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok. And hit that bell button so you get notified when you have new content coming out. If you're a Super 7 Silverhawks fan, I'm sorry if I'm too honest. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. But hope find a place on your shelf. With that, we say thank you for watching this episode and continue to watch us on this channel and all the other social media channels that we have. Remember, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So happy collecting. Where's this badge?